Welcome back to Newcastle game. Here on the south we have Jessiology, playing as the Ayubits in the color pink. She's also a streamer, so if you guys want to check her out on Twitch, we leave the link underneath in the description. On the north we have Machiavelli. It sounds like that board game, Machiavelli. Playing as
You think that's just you think that's just a board game?
Like, apparently it's more than that. Playing as the English in the color yellow. Are you just laughing at me?
Well, I don't know. It's like...
Is it like a place?
No.
Is it a spaghetti?
It's a family name.
It sounds like it could be a spaghetti. Like a pasta, you know what I mean?
No, it's a family name. But more specifically, when people say Machiavelli, they refer to a very specific person. I think, I'm not sure what you wouldn't call him, maybe an author. They wrote something called The Prince. I think that's the name of it. And it's this book which is essentially about how to maintain power, maybe, by abusing people, sort of.
So that's gonna be the strategy of the English player.
Like kind of like sneakily subverting things, and I'm doing a terrible job at explaining what this is, but it's where we get the term Machiavellianism from.
Is it basically doing dropshipping?
Not exactly. No. Anyway, that's Machiavelli. I'm pretty sure that's also what their name is supposed to maybe be in reference to.
A lot of stealth forest on this map.
Yeah, we are in Highview today. Sorry for that tangent. We are in Highview today.
Hey,
and
you learned something here.
You learned something, hopefully, maybe, sort of.
Maybe not.
And yeah, it's Jessie out on Ayubits. She's been playing a lot of Ayubits, and I'm wondering, after a couple of matches of having played this, what she's able to do with this. She's been here already, hasn't she? What's the big idea?
She's like, maybe there's another sheep.
Maybe there's another sheep. You never quite know.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing those
back. Yes,
back
really wanted
to
to see if there was another sheep in the stealth forest.
Yeah. Anyway, for Highview, it's important to know that like there is just a lot of stealth forest, right? There's a lot of stealth forest, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the English player who loves to build outposts to include that network of castle bonus to be there, to be applied to their units wherever they're fighting. But it will also grant them vision in this stealth forest, right? Because a lot of times, like an army can really sneak up on you, and it's harder to micro units when you don't see half of the units that you want to be targeting and everything.
It's also harder to figure out if you want to take a fight or not, if you don't know what
if you don't really know their army size, because you might not see it all in one go. So getting outposts up to see this poor sheep being left alone here now just
on the other side, he's getting eaten if he's gonna be brought with him. So
not necessarily.
Yeah, sometimes you just
still have a bunch of sheep in your base by the end of the game.
True.
It's gonna be Council Hall for
the English.
For the English, and it's the economic wing growth. So that's just 3 extra villagers. And oh no, Jessie. Okay, so we need to talk about this.
Oh no.
We need to talk about this, Jessie. You want to be splitting your villagers over your berry bushes, because you see how like they have like more food in it than is kind of it says that the max should be. When you get this, they give them 50 extra food on every single one of these. But obviously, if there's nothing there anymore, there's nothing to give 50 extra food for. So like this is 100 extra food that is essentially wasted.
It's gone.
If you don't micro your villagers onto separate berry bushes.
Yep.
Because now these have an extra 50 food each.
Yeah, and does it apply whenever you put a mill on it? Or is it already doing it?
It applies retroactively as well.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's new berry pushes, I guess you need to put a mill and then it will have effect.
Yeah, like if about like with these, you mean? Like these don't have that effect unless they have that meal placed next to them. They call them the orchard, right? Like
I feel like there must be like some Ayubit player that is going to build like mills on the other side of the map at the enemy just to give them more food. Like this kind of player.
well,
that's
it's
just
definitely
gonna be
something that you
nice.
can do like in a 2v2 to help your teammate along with some more food because again, like, you know, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 extra food is nothing to scoff at,
Yeah.
right? Like, so...
Yeah, I just feel like there is somebody with the name Friendly Ayubit or something, and that's gonna do that with the enemy. There must be at least one person
Okay.
that's like that.
We've had games before where we talked about outpost placement versus English longbowmen. This is one of those games where we should talk about it again. The arrow slits are not yet up, but I think even if they were up,
Yeah, they're definitely just outside of the range.
you're not gonna get this gold. You're not gonna get this gold. Even like with the upgrade, they're not gonna get it.
Now the range is a little bit less than the range of these longbows. So longbows can just shoot your villagers that are under the gold, and they're denied as long as those longbows are standing there.
Okay, Jesse doing the right thing, luckily, and deciding to take a different course here, different course of action here, which is going to be the stable. There are already spearmen in queue for Machiavelli. So what you need to do, though, with the outposts is you need to put them further forward. Yes, your villagers will need to walk more towards the outpost to then garrison it and get in it. Jesus Christ, I've had too much to eat or something. It's disgusting. So, but you need to place them more forward, right? So if you had like one here and like one here, say, right, then your villagers can safely gather back here, right? And if our enemy archers push up, then they're still being punished, right? Because then they're in the range and they need to slowly walk out, and their movement speed is not that great. That's the way to do it.
Goodbye to all the berry bushes. Sneaky, sneaky.
I was like, what's going on here?
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought the longbowmen were going right for it.
Now this does need to come up because this is very dangerous.
Yep.
This is incredibly dangerous.
How many villagers are those, though?
I mean, that's 6 villagers, so
Well, it's
like
one
5
too
of
much,
those can go into the outpost.
and one has to run for its life.
I'm wondering what's going on here because, like, the stable. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there was not.
The stable has come down, but like, yeah.
And Jessie has a lot of food right now, so she does seem to be willing to go to Castle Age right now.
Proactively pulling these back. I'm liking it. Just place it back here, or just back here, right? If you need it, maybe even wall this up now that you have the chance to do so.
Yeah, there's not so big of a wall, so it will make it a little
like
safer.
if you wall there, yeah, Jesse, excellent.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And those longbows are just gonna shoot at that tower forever.
Are we gonna see a blacksmith coming up for Machiavelli and the impending siege engineering along with it? Because that's the play here for Machiavelli, right? And they need to realize that they're on another gold. Players will often do this when their gold is denied. They will just move on to another gold.
And there's not that many gold options here for Jesse.
No, exactly, because it's just these in the back. You can check both.
Oh,
Machiavelli
there it
has
comes.
spotted out both, but it isn't before the age has come in. So it's gonna be the military wing. It's gonna produce 3 desert raiders and then 2 for every 2 minutes for the rest of the game. Those desert raiders will not do well against the longbowmen. So that's the downside of that.
Well, the upside is you will have a little bit of an army at least.
Yeah, I think this is not the right call, to be honest. I think I would have rather gone with Master Smiths, right? So that you just, you immediately have those extra ranged armor going up for you right there and then. Yeah. Now they're going over to this one. So this outpost like is on the far side of this.
Mm-hmm.
But it only takes them moving on to this side to really deny your villages again. Okay. And
seems
that's
like they're
exactly
gonna
what they're
do.
doing. That's exactly what they're doing. So now this is stopped again. And I was about to say, what they can just do then is just leave through this side. So you do need an extra unit over on that side. I would have just left like 2 archers on this side, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there are horsemen out.
Scout is gonna see that one villager leaving.
Arrow slits coming in. I think that's just why Jesse tried to grab some stone really quickly.
And those are the desert raiders.
These are the
coming out.
desert raiders, so they can do well against the spearmen despite being a cavalry unit because they can switch into bows. So if you micro them, yeah, desert raiders can be very good. Thanks for the sheep, Jesse says.
It's always nice if your opponent gives you sheep.
Yeah, they can do very well against the spearmen. What they will not do well against, though, are the longbowmen. So these longbowmen should be firing onto these desert raiders.
Mm-hmm.
They have 0 range defense.
Oh, the villagers are going in for it too. Oh, the villagers are just.
And Machiavelli is just doing the right thing here, like right-clicking those villagers instead.
It's like.
It
Well,
says that, well, if you're putting them in my face, don't mind if I do, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Don't
So
mind
the
if I
first
do.
villager kill of this match is for Machiavelli. And Jesse is going back on the forward gold.
Yeah. So, again, the way to stop longbowmen from harassing your gold is really put that outpost further out.
Mm-hmm.
It's something specific to when you're fighting the English, because you know they're gonna make longbowmen, right? You know that's in their toolkit, and they won't hesitate to just snipe your villages underneath the tower.
Do you see that army of Jesse going towards Machiavelli? Getting that market?
There is a market, yeah.
I
Let's
guess
take
just for making sure that she does have the right resources and not overstacking on something.
Is it the sheep? Is it the sheep why we're going on the right side instead here? It is the sheep.
Yeah, yeah, the sheep needed to be come with.
Yeah, let's take a look at what
that was
Jesse sees.
the
'cause
one
there-
you saw,
there-
a poor sheep.
Yeah,
It got
it-
picked
it-
up now anyway.
There is a scouting here, right? So at least when you're moving your army through the stealth forest,
Mm-hmm.
you've got a little bit of sight. Oh, that
Oh.
outpost coming up, but it might be a little too late here. Spearmen heading out here. There is already a Ghulam out on the field, and there are more in queue. And those are going to be very, very tough to deal with for Machiavelli.
They have a lot of HP, so they're gonna be taking a lot of arrows before they go down. Right, getting those horsemen on.
Yeah, those spearmen
The
just need to
archers?
stick close to the longbowmen, not move out too far. These desert raiders, like we said, you're gonna go down very, very quickly to the longbowmen. Spearmen should not move out.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
should
'cause-
stick close because every time that you do, the horseman is just gonna
horsemen.
come back in and
Yep.
and kill those longbowmen. So keep those spearmen behind your longbowmen, and then if they go in, then you can go for them.
I feel like Jesse needs to fall back now though, because there's too many arrows coming from the town center. It's like not worth really pushing that anymore.
I mean, the Ghulams will do work though, and Machiavelli will not have an answer to those Ghulams unless they're in Castle Age.
Yeah, but I feel like we could wait a little bit longer to get more, so we can actually dive the town center.
Well, Machiavelli just needs to bring out his army, yeah, in front of that outpost, or he needs to also move onto a back gold, right?
Yeah, doing the right thing here with the outpost, putting it a little bit forward. But there is a spy sheep once again.
I do like the snipes from the longbowmen onto these desert raiders, correctly identifying like, hey, the raiders I can take out with my longbowmen. But for the Ghulams, it really is a matter of kiting them, right? It is a matter of kiting them.
Yep.
And with that Castle Age up for Jesseology, she might want to start thinking about start wanting maybe about
yes.
relics.
The relics.
Yeah.
She's also researching wheelbarrow and +1 range defense. She already Wait, there's... Oh, yeah, that's the +2 then. The second +1 range defense.
Yeah.
I was like,
Like sometimes
Steroid.
your tongue really does just feel like too big for your mouth, right?
Yeah.
You ever had that? I love I love that so much. Like camels can just make these battering rams.
Yeah,
It's
just
like,
from when this...
yeah, like yeah, I'll tighten these bolts and cut this wood and I do it all from the back of a camel. I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
White Tower coming up for Machiavelli.
forward.
Excellent position for the White Tower.
Make sure
Securing
that
those
those,
farms, securing the council
Exactly.
hall, securing the town center. The only thing it will not secure is the gold vein. But I think that's okay. Machiavelli does need to respond though. Was a little bit late on that. Could have lost some more villagers there, but it's going to be fine. These villagers need to be working back here, close to the town center. Yes, this needs to come up, but you can do so in the safety of your town center. These villagers do not need to die, Machiavelli.
Ooh. Yeah, 8 villagers already dead. 9. There's a lot of them going down like this.
This is like you're having this a little delayed would have been fine, right? Because you could have just garrisoned the town center here, right? These units would have gone down.
Yeah, now Jesse knows I need to fall back because there's gonna be an arrow hell falling on me.
Yeah, what you cannot make up for though is all the villages that you've lost here. I don't think it was that important to get it up right there and then. I think you could have still won that fight.
Yeah, and the only option for the English with the landmarks would have been the King's Palace, and well, they've chosen for the White Tower.
I
right
mean,
now.
they can still go into a second TC and everything.
That's
and,
why I'm saying with the landmarks, right?
And it's fine to do so, right? Because like Jesse's got a second TC up already as well.
Yep.
It's something that the Abbas still love to do, and for the Ayyubids, I suppose it still maybe holds true. I came down right here on the deer. I don't think that they have like the town center does not have a lot of vision into that stealth forest.
Makes it kind of scary because then if there's ramps being constructed in it, it might go down very, very quickly that way.
Yeah, if Jesse wasn't already on the attack and everything, an outpost over here in here would probably be a good idea. So what is Machiavelli doing? Because they've gone castle now, and it's immediately going to be crossbows out of both the council hall and the White Tower. That is the right idea here. I do like that. I'm very appreciative that it's going to be a dervish for Jesseology. Can we take a look at... Yeah, they're being picked up.
Yeah, the first one.
It's a safe relic. The one that's going to be picked up first. It's fine.
Yeah, they're both castle age, so always like if your opponent is also castle age, you need to be aware that they might also be taking some relics, right?
So I think that the lesson for Machiavelli here is... hey, if I stop my opponent correctly, doing so very well, if I stop them from gathering gold, they're just going to try and go to another gold, especially on the lower ranks. They will try that. And siege engineering could have been used to bring down this outpost, right?
Yep. That wolf. Always love the wolves.
I think there should have been more focus on keeping the economy harassed, right? Especially like, okay, go for gold veins, and then if they go castle, right? That's your sign. Like, hey, they're still on another gold somewhere. If I stop this gold now, their castle age still doesn't mean anything because they can't then make gulams. They can't make camel lancers. They can't buy dervish or siege units, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and I feel like if you keep the Ayyubids like this for a while, eventually it's gonna be really hard to win. Like, right now already, if you look at the army size and the amount of villagers, it's gonna be an uphill battle here for Machiavelli. There's a lot of rams being made as well.
A lot
which
of
is
rams
kind of
being
scary.
made. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that you realize that the counter to your White Tower is siege. And then the counter to siege is a siege workshop. Now, obviously, you can make siege out of the White Tower as well, but we do need a Springle coming up pretty soon already.
Yep.
To counteract the bunch of rams coming in, because like your Springle will do extra damage versus these battering rams as well. But also
Definitely
the
the
trebuchet coming in.
Yep.
And I'm not sure, like, Machiavelli is probably not informed about the Siege Workshop. Doing very well, Jesse, on grabbing all of these relics.
What I find quite surprising is that Machiavelli just now decided to go into +1 ranged damage. It's like 19 minutes.
The blacksmith wasn't up before.
Mm-hmm.
The blacksmith wasn't up before.
But it was also not the first thing researched. It's the second thing. And I feel like +1 ranged damage is like the thing for the English that you want to grab.
Probably. But it should have, like, that blacksmith should have probably been made earlier, and siege engineering should have been unlocked, and there could have been some major economic damage to Jesse. Instead, all that he got was the 2 villager kills down here, basically. Now, 1 villager kill, the other villager kill just happened here.
Yep. Apparently, Jesse's also gonna go to these berries here. Again, like, gonna level up these berries by putting down a tree. No, putting down the mill.
By putting down a tree, by praying to the gods of nature, bless this harvest.
Yeah, so we're gonna see if we keep clicking on it, because I want to see it real time. You can see there's 250 fruit right now, and if these villagers are gonna construct this mill, boom, 400 per piece. That's a lot more.
And it doesn't matter what size they are, just for the record.
The small ones are equal to the big ones. Just like people.
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's what's inside that matters.
Which is lots of food.
Yeah.
Or something.
I mean, we just had dinner, so yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of food.
Lots of crossbowmen and men-at-arms for Machiavelli. I'm loving all the farms, though. I think the farms are well placed. Wouldn't mind a wheelbarrow. Wouldn't mind horticulture. Wouldn't mind some economic tax, especially a double products. Any of these economic tax would have been a very good idea 10 minutes ago, and they're still a good idea to pick now.
Yeah, the earlier you research economic research, the more effect they're gonna have, the more they're gonna pay off, of course.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it not good anymore later on.
Yeah, Machiavelli has not realized, actually, that I think they haven't realized that Jesse is on 2 TCs. So the responsibility is kind of on him to make sure, hey, I need to do something about
I love that Ram
all
with
these
the
villages.
16 something in there.
Yeah.
The surprise.
The mangonels need to be defended. Needs to watch out that all this cavalry doesn't go right for that mangonel. And would love to see some... yeah, the villages do need to be pulled for these rams, because there's no repairing this otherwise. But these are a lot of rams.
Yep, and that's the white tower going down. There's 16 units in that ram. They're only coming out just when...
And it's all ghulams.
Yeah.
It's all ghulams. And more villagers are going down right now. We're on 12 villager kills. They're rushing back into their base. But I don't think Machiavelli's got this. Honestly.
Yeah,
like, even with the double arrows from the town center, right? Like, there are too many rams here. And it's costing them a lot to bring down all of these rams when they weren't ahead of villager count to begin with.
Yeah, it's like double the villager count now for Jesse. So many villagers are being killed here trying to get rid of those rams. And there's still one left.
And powered by that relic, still grabbing more gold, even though we're on 4K gold already. You've got a market, Jesse. If you want to keep pumping more and more units, you can just buy yourself some more food and get more ghulams over here. But I don't think it really matters at this point, because there are so many ghulams, there are so many desert raiders.
Yeah, there are 15 villagers in the town center and the other ones are running around. And that's
GG.
it. Congratulations, Jesse, for winning this match. If you guys want to see more cast games, make sure to click on these playlists and videos. And make sure to subscribe to not miss any of Trian and, of course, Age of Empires.